video series. Today, I am talking about denial. And a lot of you could probably witness that in other people and probably have an experience with that with others. But how do you start to access when you are in a state of denial? Because when you are in a state of denial, um, it's difficult to see, right? Because you're not aware that you're not aware. And so, denial really requires a compassionate witnessing and observation of yourself. See, Ra's not in denial at all. She just wants to go to sleep. Um, but when you're in denial, there's going to be two things happening. The first one that you can recognize is going to be confusion. When you are confused, that is a good sign that your ego and your mind and your heart are in conflict. So that oftentimes is a really good sign for you to acknowledge that there may be some denial going on. And so, a good question to ask yourself when you're in denial is this a physical experience, mental, emotional, spiritual, or maybe it's denial in all aspects? Um, how you do that, you could work with somebody like me, or you could do something on your own to assess. We all have our processes. My process, I know, is not for everybody. Not everybody is watching this. um, is to look and see, like, where might I be in denial, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Am I in denial with my family? Am I in denial about feedback? Is there a situation that I keep on thinking about? Is there something going on within me that is in fear and I am in denial of it? So I had a client this morning, and fear and anxiety are a common they always go together, those two. And if you can get rid of the anxiety and reset your nervous system, but you haven't addressed your fears and you don't have a process for addressing your fears, that will be an issue. So when you have denial, those two other things often go hand in hand. So my process for addressing fears is not for everybody, but you should have a process for addressing your fears. Then you don't have to go into denial. But the the best thing to do is to assess where might you be in. So where am I in denial, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? And then you could go another step deeper and say, what situations may I not be wanting to see the truth of? And that is a great way to access where you may be in denial. Anywhere where you are in denial, you are blocking. Denial blocks healing. So, denial is not your friend, but it can be your friend when you are accessing your fears, and then you make your fears your friend, and then you become fearless, and then nothing really bothers you. And there's no reason to deny anything because the truth is just the truth. The fear is just an illusion used for you to disconnect from your heart. Anything that is about separation, like fear, is to disconnect you from your heart space. Any fear that you have, any denial that you have, will be creating some type of separation from you fully connecting into the heart space. So, those are some suggestions about denial. I think even the healthiest of people have experiences of denial, just an area where growth needs to occur. And denial keeps us the same. So, the other thing is to notice that, most people are not aware, unless you're on the spiritual journey and you're deep into it and you're really doing your ego work. Most people aren't aware that their egos are playing a role in how they are perceiving their reality. But the ego is how we as humans get easily manipulated and, betrayed. That's putting it lightly. And this is not happening only just on the individual um, experience, but it's happening globally to humans all over the world. And it's really our responsibility to do our own work, right? Nobody's going to be able to do it for us. And when I say do our work, I mean, it's about uh, digging deeper, asking more questions, and really doing the heavy lifting emotionally, mentally, spiritually, so you can be whole. And denial is an aspect that keeps us from being whole and definitely keeps us from aligning to peace. So, cheers to aligning to peace. I am Kiana and I guide people to peace. Have a great day.